We're still talking about
We're still talking about the Trader Joe's. Oh my God. For nearly 15 years, our next guest has been keeping us entertained and informed in the mornings.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, just hilarious. Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Cheryl Underwood, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, baby.
Listen, okay, where we starting?
Wherever you want to, Miss Underwood.
Ask me anything.
Now, DJ Envy and his wife, Gia Casey, are giving us some parenting pointers from their new book, Real Life, Real Family, Raising Empowered Children. Lord knows with 6 kids between the ages of 3 and 23, they know what they are talking about. DJ Envy and Gia are here with us this morning. We are all ears.
Yes.
6 kids, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and still sane.
Yes, still sane. But no more kids, though. We're done. Strictly, we're done.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm positive.
We're sure.
We're
Okay.
finished.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I love that you guys started with real love or real life, real love,
Yes.
talking about the foundation that you built your marriage, your unity on, and then now we have real life, real family, looking at the beautiful products of that foundation.
That's right.
DJ Envy, you are outnumbered.
Yes, very.
Severely. Okay,
Right.
5 ladies, including your wife,
Yes.
2 boys. Is it harder raising the girls or the boys?
No, it's actually easier raising the girls.
Okay.
The girls are really daddy girls. I'm sure they're watching right now. Hey, babies. My sons are the most difficult ones. My daughters they just love daddy, so they want to do everything with dad.
Of
If it
course.
snows outside, it's the daughters that's going outside with the shovel with me.
Yeah.
My sons are the ones that's, Dad, I'm playing video games right now. So raising daughters is so much easier for me.
Yeah. Okay. And who's the disciplinarian of the house?
That would be me. Now, I tell everybody my dad is ex-military, retired police officer, so it was always his way or the highway.
Okay.
You know, Gia's more patient. Gia's more, well, tell me, well, talk to me.
Yeah.
Well, how was your day? She's more that. I'm more like, no.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
ask
it.
me why.
Don't ask me why.
Right.
He is going to explain why. Well, no, because you can't go to the mall because they were fighting at the mall last week.
Right.
There were teens at the mall. She explains everything, which develops a trust that I've been leaning into a lot more.
Yeah.
Right, and that works for some kids. We hear the phenom all the time. You can have 2 kids. You guys have 6, but 2 kids, same roof, same parents, drastically different personalities.
Yes.
You guys have 6. So are they all different, or can you kind of group their personalities, and how do you cater to those personalities?
They're all their own individual, but because they're raised under the same roof, and because we have a mission statement, and because we're very, very particular about our parenting style, there is a general umbrella similarity amongst all of them. So, but it's interesting, all of their unique personalities. So what you were talking about before, it's kind of like the nature versus nurture thing. You know, they're just things that they're inherently born with, their genes, their personalities, and it's beautiful when you have 6 and you get to bear witness to it.
What's the mission statement?
Yes. Tell me about that.
I'll let you do the honors.
So the mission statement, it might sound a little corny, but it's not like we have this statement in the house and you got to read it before you walk in.
Okay.
It's not that. We all came together and came up with a mission statement to represent the family, and it's very fast. We are a unit, right? I'm an only child, so it was only my unit growing up, but now it's 6 of us, so we ride together. The next one is we respect each other. No matter what goes on in the house, we give each other the respect.
Yep.
We always have each other's backs. That is just a thing regardless. If you're out, if we're here, if we're not there, you make sure you ride for your sister, you ride for your brother. We always uplift each other and point out the good in one another. Now with that one, it's no matter what goes on, you show the person, your sibling, your mother, your father, the good in them, you know? Because things are difficult right now, and social media, I always say, is the devil, and they point out the negative things, so we try to point out the positive. We represent each other at all times. That means if you go to a play date, we want to make sure the parents come back and say, your kids were so respectful, so nice, so pleasant to be with.
Yeah.
Our purpose is rooted in family, fun, and faith.
Yes.
We love to have fun. Competitive, but fun. I mean, sometimes Monopoly games will last 5 days. And the last one is we are each other's soft place to land, meaning no matter what happens in this world, you can come to our family, you can come to any one of us, and we'll try to fix it, and there's a no judgment zone. So that is the mission statement that we live with.
Love, love, love that. 2 important things there. And do you get into this in the book about how to accomplish some of those things, right? So
of course.
because Olivia, right now, my 3-year-old is she's going through some big feelings, right? So, you know, she's not coming home from the play date with it. She was amazing. She's coming home with this. She took all her clothes off and was running around the house. So how do you kind of address and give the advice of accomplishing some of the mission statement goals?
So we have a 3-year-old as well, and it starts young.
Yeah.
A lot of parents will let a 3-year-old do what a 3-year-old is inclined to do, but we don't believe in that. The rearing starts at that age because at 3, they're able to make sense of most things. We can barely have a private conversation around her because she takes everything in and she can damn near regurgitate it back to us and tell us about ourselves later on. We have to be careful that she might go around and tell our business. She's that competent. So you don't play them too small. They understand what's going on, so we're very, very direct with her. We're relatively stern with her, and our expectations of her are very high. And when we implement that, we learn that it really works. A 3-year-old they'll do exactly what you let them get away with.
That's true. They're so darn perceptive.
This is my problem.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. They can break you down. They know your personality traits.
Makes me down every day.
They're manipulative.
They break you down.
Yes.
DJ Envy, you mentioned social media. You guys have your youngest is what, 6?
Youngest is 3.
Youngest is 3, oldest is 23.
Yes.
So how do you balance social media in the household? You guys are obviously very public people.
Yes.
So you need social media to a large extent.
Well, the main thing is, you know, I think with everything, everybody wants attention, right? That's why social media is big. They want attention. So for us, we give them that attention at home. We let them know that they don't need to be validated online. They don't need to be validated on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media, Snapchat, this one, that one, that one. No, you're validated at home. Who cares about what those people think? They could be bots. They could be somebody with a dirty mirror and a dirty carpet. Sorry if you have one, but it could be. You never know what it is. So we want them to be validated and be secure in themselves and confident at home. And once they are, they don't care about what the world thinks. They only care about what their family
And I'll
thinks.
take it a step further. I teach, what we do in our house often is we teach. We extract a lesson out of everything. So I say, yeah, this is your iPad, this is your phone. You're allowed to enjoy it with boundaries. However, let me explain what brain rot is to you. And let's talk about some of the science behind it. Let me explain to you why it's so addictive, why mommy enjoys it so much. There's things going on in your brain that are fired up that it encourages you to scroll, and it keeps your attention. And that's why, you know, now even our 23-year-old, she watches everything on 10 times speed because she's not getting her information fast enough. She has to consume it at like warp speed or else she's not interested in it. And that's one of the effects of too much social media, too much technology. It's not just social media, but technology. So we have boundaries and we explain.
Thank you for doing that, explaining in this beautiful book and beautiful family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. DJ Envy,
It's DJ Envy.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for
for having
stopping
us.
by.
The book, Real Life, Real Family, available now wherever books are sold.